you'll never forget it. It's a piece of cake. If you do, or you want to get deeper techniques, my texts are all free on on my website, so you can download those and read more about it. Okay. So I like to teach meditation, just actually doing it. Okay. So what I want everybody to do is get in a comfortable position, and close your eyes. A chair is okay. Yeah, it's a quick technique. Right? Now, the most important thing in meditation is our posture. Something about having a good posture just brings you a lot of energy. And so that's one of the only things we're kind of picky about. You know, having a calm environment that's kind of quiet is nice. So, well, first let's get everybody to close their eyes. In meditation, you can do your eyes halfway closed or all the way closed. I like to teach you all the way closed. So you can close them. Sometimes if we're sleepy, having the eyes a little bit open helps. The first meditation I'm going to teach you is the easiest one. It's a 3-breath meditation. 3 breaths. So the idea is we put our focus on our breath, and it works as a placeholder. So our mind doesn't race around to all kinds of other thoughts. I'm not going to teach the 3-breath one yet. I'm going to teach it after. I'm going to teach you the posture first. So I'm going to teach you a practice called calm abiding, or calming meditation. So I want you just to sit there. You can move around. Don't worry about anything like that. It's at first it's a little weird to get comfortable. Feel as if there's a string tied to the top of your head, and it's pulling you gently upright. Next, I want you to rock your hips a little bit forward to let that natural curve in your lower back open up a little bit. So just a gentle curve in the back. When we do those two things, that's a nice posture. We want a good posture, but not a rigid one. It should still be soft. So we have that string pulling us up by the top of the head. Our hips are rocked forward a little bit. Now I just want you to focus on your breath. Breathe naturally. There's no kind of certain way to breathe. You can follow the breath at the stomach, at the chest, at the nostrils. It's up to you. And all we're going to do is simply focus on the breath. The inhale, the exhalation, and just watch the breath. You just learned the simplest form of meditation. This is it. Again, we're watching the breath because we're just trying to put the mind on something. And the breath is always with us. It makes a nice object of meditation. But equally, an object of meditation could be a little statue, other things, a candle. So we breathe naturally. We follow the breath. Now, inevitably, the mind will wander. It's what the mind does. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how the mind works. So when the mind wanders off to another thought, we're going to use a practice called labeling or noting, mental notes. When the mind wanders off, we notice it. We say, oh, no, no, no. We want to note it thinking. Once it's noted, we want to bring our focus back to our breath and say to ourselves the word meditating to again initiate the meditation on the breath. If you find your mind is very busy, you can use the word meditating as a mantra. You could say it on every exhale. Meditate. Follow the breath. As the mind wanders away, we gently stop it. We say, thinking. We gently back to the breath. We say meditating to start again. We do this over and over and over again. But eventually we start to get better at it. And we develop concentrated focus. Try to calm the breath, calm the mind. Now what's important is try to find the joy in the moment. This isn't a hard practice, this is easy. All you're doing is sitting. Just be the witness to the present moment. There's no doing here, it's just witness, just the observer. All there is your breath. This simple practice is the first step in learning to gain mental stability and discipline, gaining control over telling the mind what to do. Okay, you can open your eyes. Was it difficult?
No.
Yeah? Was the mind racing away?
A little bit in the
Yeah.
beginning,
You
but
did that.
yeah, it came back.
Once I did meditate.
Yeah.
Did the mantra help?
Yeah.
Saying meditating?
Yeah.
I start like that. Even now I still do, because at the beginning my mind's always busy, so for a few minutes I'll just, every exhale I say meditating. And then sometimes maybe once every other breath I'll do it. Yeah. Okay, so that's a basic meditation, including this idea of noting. And I'm going to just do one more meditation, which is even easier. I want to teach you the 3-breath meditation. This can be done anywhere. And people say, I don't have any time to meditate. 3 breaths. That's all I'm asking for.
But maybe should I buy a mat and sit with the flowers? No?
Oh, no. Yeah. And meditating you can do anywhere. I love, one of my favorite places to meditate is at the kitchen table, where you sit in a chair, you put your hands here, it stabilizes you, and it's a lovely place. In fact, I tell many of my friends who have trouble remembering to meditate, I say the easiest way to start is to do a 5-minute meditation before every meal with the family. Just before every meal, or 3 breath. You can start with 3 breath. But it's an easy way to remember to get at least 3 meditations in your day. I do that. I meditate before each meal. And then I meditate in the morning. Okay, let's try the 3-breath meditation. So imagine you're anywhere, so you're at the computer, you're working, you feel a little fatigued, you want to get a fresh start. Nobody's, 3 breath, nobody even knows what you're doing. You just put your hands on the table, or you get comfortable. Again, posture is everything. We close our eyes, let's close our eyes. The most important thing is that we're fully focused on the breath, as deeply as you can, watching every detail of the breath. I want you to take 3 full breaths, slow, not over breathe. Don't fill your lungs up too much. They should just be full. And just completely focus on that breath. Nothing else but the breath. 3 nice deep breaths, lovely breaths, slow. And when you're done, open your eyes. Boy, they're deep breathers, aren't they? I was done like a half hour ago. So for me, I can get a lot out of a 3-breath meditation. But the whole thing is how clearly you could focus on the breath. Pretty cool, huh? So who doesn't have time for 3 breath meditation? So you do it throughout the day, and you get these fresh starts. A lot of beginners think that they need to meditate for an hour or half an hour, and it's kind of an old tradition they do that. But it's actually the opposite is much better. It's much better to meditate in small amounts many times throughout the day. It's all about going and touching that state as much as you can do. So if you could do 10 three breath meditations during the day, I think for most people they get more out of that than an hour in the morning where they torture themselves. And beginners not going to be able to work with an hour, you know. Most people, I say max 20 minutes, you know, but 5 minutes is great. But do it a few times a day, and you'll do good. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.